The Prime Minister said today that 500 people across the North Island have been displaced by last week's floods and slips. The government's activated the Temporary Accommodation Service to help them access housing. Meanwhile, Christopher Luxon's given Chris Penk the role of Associate Minister to Emergency Management and Recovery, and he'll look at whether there's a strong case for the government to do its own inquiry into the Mount Maunganui landslide. Police have indicated criminal liability into the event will be probed, which could see individuals prosecuted. The government has also begun a mayoral fund to help the rain-hit region, starting with $1.2 million and another $1 million for marae. Adam Hollingworth is in Mount Maunganui and begins our coverage.
Everyone is deeply affected by the events of last Thursday. Players from the Chiefs and Fiji Drua are in town to play rugby on Friday. But first, they paid their respects to the victims of the slip.
I think we just want to acknowledge what's happened here and pay our respects to the people who have loved ones they've lost. We feel for you, right here for you.
The government will allocate $1.2 million to help the affected communities and $1 million to go towards reimbursing marae that had supported communities.
Government contributions to mayoral relief funds provide a valuable mechanism for early mobilisation of financial assistance to communities after an emergency.
The first lot of funding will barely touch the sides. Dozens of bridges have been smashed along the east coast of the North Island.
And we came across this bridge only moments ago, and now there's no bridge far now.
Slips have closed key roads for weeks. Businesses are in danger of going under, let alone the human cost.
Our priority right now is finding accommodation for those who have been displaced. I advise that there are around 500 people across the North Island who are displaced, and assessments are ongoing.
There's already funding to help temporarily accommodate displaced people. And the Natural Hazards Commission has set money aside for the 140 who've already laid claims for damage to their homes. The $1.2 million fund will go to the 5 councils who bore the brunt of the storms, a top-up to the mayoral relief fund.
The mayoral relief fund is a drop in the ocean. That's just putting cash in local bank accounts to ensure that voluntary efforts aren't stopped for lack of resource. But in addition, the government can anticipate investing significant amounts of money helping these communities recover.
Absolutely, we would welcome the support, and there's a lot of infrastructure and people within our region.
And potentially there's a lot more funding to come.
The key point is that there are hundreds of millions of dollars available across government for responding to this event.
Nicola Willis is talking about $400 million to repair and replace highways and $300 million for local roads. That's money already allocated. Meanwhile, 5 days after the horrific events in Mount Maunganui of last Thursday, there's been a constant stream of people laying wreaths and leaving heartfelt messages as the work continues to recover the bodies. A task aided by technology, but one fraught with danger of further slips.
What brings me to work here is the grieving, lovely families who have lost people in here, and that's what motivates me every day.
3 News understands that 3 cameras have now been installed to provide what's called a visual web of the slip and the side of the mountain, up to 300 metres wide. Drones are also capturing pictures of the mountainside 3 times a day. And from the other side of the street in a high-rise apartment block, 3 human spotters are also watching the mountain, ready to raise the alarm if they see worrying signs of movement. There's no timeline. It'll take as long as it takes to move thousands of tons of debris.
Identification can be a painstaking, complex, lengthy process, especially when people are seriously injured. That process takes time.
And it appears what locals need is time to process exactly what happened here.
Well, Adam joins us now from the Mount. Adam, is there any update on when the cordons will be removed? We appear to be having some problems there with audio. Adam, if you can hear me, can you tell us when the cordons might be removed?
Yeah, sorry about that, Sam. The Mayor has told us that the cordons will be moved back in the coming days towards the recovery site. Certainly not as far as the recovery site, but the concern is that businesses in this area This is their busiest time of the year and they're desperate to get back to work to earn some money, some profit that will last them throughout the year. To further complicated things, the local iwi has placed a rahui on this site, but I can also tell you that there is a gathering planned for Thursday night at about 7 o'clock at a venue to be decided. It's for the people of Mount Maunganui and also the people involved in the recovery operation to gather together to remember those that they've lost 1 week on from this tragic event.